with tales of grey groupies and bad Catherine Tate impressions. It's John Barrowman. But before we start,
yes,
and you know, it's not like me to go back on a past guest and lift up their book.
That's fine.
But if you look at what Andy Williams just wrote in my book here, look, and he says, to my new best friend.
How nice
from
is
Andy,
that?
right? So, what are you going to write in yours?
No pressure.
To
make it clean.
My daddy.
Very good.
So this is the second book that you've written in sort of fairly quick succession.
Yeah. Well, the first book, Anything Goes, was kind of the history from the beginning, from my childhood on. We're up to about mid-Doctor Who kind of Torchwood phase. And this one picks up. It's not so much on autobiographies, it's memoirs and stories, because we got a lot of feedback from people who read the first book saying they wanted more family stories. And also a lot of people wrote to me with stories of things that the first book, you know, had helped them deal with certain situations, changed their lives a little bit, and I've added that into the book. So it's kind of a memoirs more than and stories more than it is an autobiography. But I'm so proud of it, and I'm proud of my sister for capturing my voice so wonderfully. Because like the first book, I put everything into an MP3 player. And then she somehow got that garbled mess and put it into word form.
Why use a member of the family? Why use your sister? Why not do it yourself?
Well, I just believe in family, and I think that, you know, people who are going to protect you the most and also have your best interest at heart are family members. And also because I've had success over the last, you know, what's 10 years, 15, 20 years, and I wanted to pass it on to my sister's dream was to become an author. And the first book, Anything Goes, put a title of best-selling author, you know, Sunday Times bestsellers list for her, which is great. So it's a way for me to help out a family member.
And it's a real family affair because your mum and dad came on tour with you.
They did.
I mean, we've been describing them as the grey groupies, but this is actually your words, not ours.
Yes, my mom and dad are the grey groupies.
I was a little insulted for a moment.
As my dad says, it's platinum blonde.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you a secret.
Sure.
Under all this, I'm the same color.
Really?
Are you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've dyed my hair.
Would you ever think about not dyeing it anymore?
I did it one summer, and for Scott, because we wanted to see what it looked like, and I shaved my head down and my partner Scott, and we let it grow out, and he looked at me and he said, "I'm not ready for that yet." So what's that mean?
Is it as grey as mine?
I've got some salt and pepper, but it's pretty much.
That doesn't count.
But if you look at the roots, my roots are coming up white already.
Could just do that again?
You going?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
We
Yes,
can.
You can't. Well, okay.
Yeah.
I've got a good colorist. Don't worry.
And you've got a sort of the part of your life now where you were saying this book, you know, the last 3 years, which is incredibly busy.
Yeah.
And it is very important when you are that busy to find your own time, your own space.
Yes.
And you have a little place in Wales
yes.
which you can get away to.
Yeah. We have a house in Wales, and it's right on the coast, on the beach, and it's where we go for weekends or when I have any spare time. If I have a week that's free, I will go to Wales and just spend time with the dogs and sit. And it's great to wake up in the morning and the Welsh coast, for those of you who have never been, you should go and visit it because it's one of the most beautiful coastlines that is here in the UK. And our back garden goes right down onto the beach, and it's wonderful.
And obviously it's perfect for when you're filming Doctor Who.
Doctor Who, Torchwood, I'm there.
And what is this first impression that you made on Catherine Tate?
Oh, this is so embarrassing. It was the first day I was on set with Catherine and David, and we were doing a scene on the TARDIS. And it was also the first day that I met her. And, you know, I was already working with David. We were there. He and I get along great. We're having a great time. Then they bring her forward, and they say, "John, we'd like to introduce you to Catherine." And I went, "All right." Oh, and I just inside took my shoe, put it in my mouth. And David came up to me afterwards, and he went, "We've all done it, don't worry." Every one of us.
How did she take it?
She just laughed.
Did she? She was all right?
She laughed. She was fine with it.
She's lovely, though.
Those characters are so iconic in the British psyche now. So, but we hit it off really well. And in fact, there was times when, in the middle of filming, we would burst out, both of us, into song because she is a secret, closeted musical theatre fan.
Oh.
Is she?
Oh, yes.
Is she a secret singer?
She's a secret singer. She says she doesn't think she's very good, but give her a rendition of 9 to 5 or any Dolly Parton song to sing,
well,
she's up.
I've heard Grand singing on the Catherine Tate show.
Yes.
That's not bad at all.
She should bring out an album.
Yeah.
Greatest hits.
You're saying that when David left, that you actually were hit quite hard by that.
Well, I think everybody was, and the nation was in a way, because David has become, he made such an impact as the Doctor. And, of course, Matt Smith, who's the new Doctor, will make an impact himself. But, yeah, I mean, you feel like it's a family member. We treated everything, get back to that word, family. When we were working there in Wales and Treforest, we treated each other like a family member. So you were losing a part of your family when he decided that that was it, he's going to finish. So, yeah, it was a bit hard.
And what do you think of the new Doctor?
I think he'll... I've only met him once, and when I met him at the BBC doing some publicity, he was being introduced to the publicity department, and I sat and talked to him for about 10 minutes. Lovely guy. He's going to be wonderful. He'll put his own spin on it. And when he got up and left, I turned to the people that I was with, and I said, I actually feel like I've just had an affair. I've cheated on David.
I'm sure he'd understand.
Yeah, I'm sure he would. I'm sure he would.
And so, so you're and talk about working out your geography. We talked about the house in Wales, and you're doing Panto in Cardiff this year.
I am.
So that means that you are very close.
I get to sleep in my own bed.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful, because the last 2 years in Panto, I've been up in Birmingham, which has been wonderful, but I've slept in a hotel. And you know what? Everyone thinks that it's going to be wonderful fun for the first 3 days. It's wonderful and fun until you have to come back.
Every day.
Yeah, every day. And it's a hotel room. You don't have your own things. I get to put up my Christmas tree. I get to put the Santas up on top of the front of the house. I get to have all the lights. It'll be a Barrowman wonderland.
If we go to the Welsh coast, we'll be able to spot
You'll
your
spot
house
my house
from the reindeer.
Yes, it'll be bing! Right
so thank you very much indeed. That is indeed what he wrote inside there to my
daddy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's terrific. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, mate.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank